Welcome back to my channel. My name is Eileen, and today I wanted to talk about what it's like to create a YouTube channel or start a YouTube channel in 2025. So there's some things like I didn't know, for example, like how to get paid or anything, like honestly. So I want to drop all the knowledge on y'all today. So let's start with the beginning of when I started YouTube and why I started YouTube, because I feel like everyone has a different reason for starting, and whatever your reason is to start, I think you should just start. So I started YouTube in 2023 because I was posting on TikTok a lot of vlogs and stuff like that, and everyone was so like in love with my vlog style, how fast and like, you know, just always uploading. So I feel like I kind of just started to want to make long form videos, especially because like TikTok has this thing where like you can get paid, but you have to have like a certain amount of views and things like that. So I was just lacking, and then I decided to switch over to YouTube because I was like, honestly, YouTube seems easier. Like there's so many people that I know and I hear getting paid on YouTube, so like why can't I get paid on YouTube? So I start, you know, making videos, and they didn't blow up. Honestly, my first videos, like, I'm happy that they got, you know, 1,000 views, but mostly that was because I posted it on my Instagram. And if you're someone who doesn't have like 1,000 views is a lot, you know, but you have to consider that's friends and people that have been supporting me, like the people that I told on my TikTok and stuff like that. So like you kind of have to like expect to not get a lot of views in the beginning, because at first I was thinking like, oh, my TikToks are getting 20,000 views and, you know, they're blowing up each back to back. But then I, you know, post on YouTube and it was literally, it took like a week to get 1,000, honestly. And it seems like, oh my gosh, that's a crazy amount. And it honestly is a crazy amount, especially if you're first starting. But not everybody watches your video entirely. So even though you are getting 1,000 people to watch your video, you're not getting the YouTube time watch. So for example, you have to get 4,000 watch hours with 1,000 subscribers. So I had 1,000 subscribers and, you know, I got 1,000 views, but I didn't get the watch hours. And that is when I quickly started learning like, okay, you need to up the time in your videos. And okay, so backtrack. The way to see all of this, because you can start a YouTube channel and like think like, okay, I'm gonna post and then this is gonna happen and everything's just gonna fall in line. The way to see all of this is you have to download this app, YouTube Studios. I don't know if you know about it, but YouTube Studios is YouTube's like monetization app, and it basically tells you like how far along you are in monetization or how much you need to get before you start being monetized. So that's where you'll see like, you know, your monthly funds and everything. Anyway, so creating a YouTube is easy. Anyone can create a YouTube. You have an email. I mean, you're watching me right now, so I'm sure you have a YouTube account. Whether you have followers or subs or not, that's it. Just have an email and start posting. And when you want to edit, honestly, I edit on CapCut, but because of this whole like TikTok ban and everything, I might start using iMovie. But I see people using iMovie who have way better like content and quality than I do. Just, you know, so don't even stress about like, oh, I don't have enough space for CapCut or whatever. Oh, and that's another thing I want to talk about. If you really want to start a YouTube channel, and I know like there's a lot of like creators that say like, oh, don't buy a camera. I feel like buying a camera, and this really has to do if you're like, you have your own job and stuff like that, but I feel like buying a camera really made me more inspired to make content, because I just have something that feels professional. Even if my sound or my quality or whatever is like ass, I'm still feeling like, oh, I have a camera, like I have a YouTube camera at that, and I use a Canon EOS M200, but I feel like it doesn't have anything to do with the camera as much more as it has to do with the upload quality. And I can go in depth with upload quality later because I'm still figuring it out myself and I'm still playing around with it. One thing that YouTube does is YouTube pushes out your video the more you post. So if you post once and then you like don't post for like another month or two, don't expect the same engagement. So like when you first upload a video, I see all the time on my Explorer For You page on YouTube, people that literally only have 87 views, or people that literally only have like 10 views, and I'm like watching their videos and they have good content and they have good quality, but then they like stop posting for a little bit and then they post again, and then like your videos will still get pushed, but it's in the sense of like when the more you don't post, the less you show up on, or the less you post, the less you show up on the Explorer. And that's something you should know when you want to start posting. Like I would say, like, no one told me this, have like 4, that's even like pushing it. Hold on, water break. Have like 2 or 3 videos lined up. And I would honestly say 3, because when you first start out, you never know what your niche is gonna be. For example, I like doing like lifestyle, but I also like doing sit down videos. So you never know what your niche or what your like audience is gonna be into. When I first started YouTube, my audience was supposed to be for a vlog and like, sorry, I'm playing with my hair a lot, but like my audience was supposed to be girls and vlogs and life content, but slowly it became only men. Like now I'm sure like 95% of this audience is gonna be men, and I have no problem with that. I'm just saying that at first I wanted to be like a beauty creator, and at first I wanted to be this like try on haul, like fashion girl, but now I'm like, if selling, like I don't want to say sex sells, but like sex is selling for me. Like I'm not selling sex, like I'm not, no, it's just like, does that make sense? Like the attraction is what's selling. So I'm not gonna stop making a try on haul video even though I wanted it to be for the girls, but now it's attracting the guys. I'm not gonna stop, because the reality is I'm doing this to get paid. And I know a lot of people say don't do YouTube if you don't want to get paid. That's such a lazy ass mindset. If you feel like you want to start doing YouTube because you want to get paid, do it because you want to get paid. Don't, and I know people say like, oh, well, that takes away your motivation. No. It doesn't. I mean, if you're a true hustler, and I wish I would have heard this, because as someone who likes the hustle, likes the grind, knows that there's a struggle with this, like with anything in life, starting a business, you know, starting a new job, anything in life that you do, you're gonna have to like face the consequences and face the difficulties of this. Like I didn't even mean consequences, but I mean like you're gonna have to face the fact that not everything is easy breezy. So that's something, like if you are wanting to create a YouTube or wanting to do something, like understand that, because I feel like a lot of people don't understand that. And so when, you know, things don't go the way they thought it was gonna go, like because you thought it was gonna be easy, because I see people that are like, I've been doing YouTube since I was 12 or 9 or whatever the fuck, and they're like, I've been doing YouTube forever and I only started getting paid last month, or I only started getting paid last year, and I have 100,000 subscribers and I only started getting paid, you know, a week ago. This is no tea, no shade, but with 100,000 subscribers, you should be getting paid. You should be getting bank right there. Why? Because you have 100,000 people that, and this is what you have to like keep in mind. If you're doing this to get paid, keep this in mind, please. It doesn't matter your quality. Like, I mean, not your quality. It doesn't matter your quantity of posts. Like, it just matters that you post. So if you are only gonna like post once a month, there's like channels that like post once a month and they get like good revenue and good retention and all that stuff. But like if you want to start making videos and you're like, I want to start getting paid on YouTube, don't be like, oh, I'm gonna make one video and that one video is gonna blow me up, and I'm gonna only post one video every month for a whole year, because unless you're doing a podcast or something that takes a lot of editing and time, and you have the followers and the group that understands, like, oh yeah, like that takes a long time, don't expect people to wait for you. Have you ever heard this expression, and the world kept spinning? And the world keeps spinning. You post a video and it doesn't, you know, get like a bunch of like views immediately. Who gives a fuck? The world kept spinning. People don't know you. Like, people don't know you, for real. Like, I'm posting this right now, nobody knows me. Like, I'm a nobody. And I have 20K subs right now, and you know, like, that's great, but nobody knows me. Like, seriously, nobody knows me. Like, so it doesn't matter if I'm posting it and my views I only get 500 views this video, I only got 30 views this video. Who cares? Just keep posting it. Just keep posting it, because once you hit that 4,000 like watch hour mark, it literally does not matter how much content or how little content you post, because at that point YouTube's already paying you. And you know, I know a lot of people say like, oh, don't do it just for the money. No, do it for the money. Like, if your motivation in life is money, do it for the money. Because I'm telling you, like, you're not gonna make bank immediately, right? But so you're telling me every person who starts a business makes 500,000 off their first sell? No. The first month that they start, there's people, yeah, that they make 100,000 their first. Oh, here's how I made all this money my first. But let's be realistic. Not all of us have the time or the money to invest in these things. Like, if you have the time and the money to invest in yourself to the point where you can put $20,000 and get $100,000 back, okay, great. But not all of us have that or have that time. So just start posting. You start posting one thing, and then it becomes oh, you know, I found this creator that I really like who posts, you know, regularly and post real content. Like, I started a YouTube channel when I was 15 or 16, and it was with my sister-in-law, and I wish I would have kept doing it. We did it for like a couple months, honestly, like 5 or 6 months, and then we didn't know YouTube Studio. We didn't know how to, like, I mean, she was more like, my sister-in-law was more like the editing savvy type, but like, I didn't know how to edit. I didn't know how to like do any of that stuff. So when all of that came around and I didn't know what I was doing, I just like posted it. Like, I would, you know, have a little like editing thing that, you know, on iMovie I would edit a little bit, but it really wasn't like something extravagant. And if you watch my YouTube videos now, you'll see like they're not extravagant at all. Like, they're not, I'm not out here Ace Family editing, you know what I mean? I'm not out here doing all that stuff, but I'm getting paid. Simple as that. I'm getting paid. And I feel like you get paid the more you post. Even if you post like, and like I said, it's because the less you post, the less you get pushed on the For You page or the Explore page, whatever YouTube calls it. But the more like you post and the more you show up on the For You page, the more people support you, the more you're gonna see income and revenue and stream and different like opportunities. But if you don't post and you don't advocate for yourself, like, honey, I don't know you. You're watching my video right now, I don't know you. I don't know what you look like. I don't know what you smell like. So therefore, I don't give a shit about you. But I promise you, you start posting a video and I see your video and I am like, I love this creator. This creator posts so much. Like, this person is so inspirational and I love that person. Do you get what I'm saying? So like right now, nobody gives a shit. But once you post, like, and I know, okay, there's a thing like, okay, well, I'm worried about people that like know me seeing my content. Honey, people that know me see my content too. And it's become a thing where like, I was talking about this with my sister and some of my friends. I was like, even like on Fanbase, like this app that I live stream on, I was talking about how doing YouTube is kind of funny because like when people that I know find out I do YouTube, like it becomes one of those things where like they expect like for me to pay for something. Like if I'm going out with them to eat, I have to pay for it. And that's the only thing I feel like has changed since people have watched my creation. So I kind of had to learn to be conscientious of my stuff and like who I like bring around and hang around, because now I'm just like always by myself and always like just making content. And that's the thing, like now I'm just getting paid, and I feel like it really starts to show you like who genuinely is gonna be there for you, because they'll stream your stuff. And the same thing, like a lot of people that expect me to pay for things, or they expect me to be like on this big money type, they are the same ones who don't watch my content, but they know of it, they see it, they hear of it, they watch my stories. But when it comes to liking an Instagram picture or liking a YouTube video or even watching 5 minutes of a YouTube video, it's like nothing. So that's what I'm saying, like just start posting. And I know it sounds very shallow, like, oh, who gives a fuck? No, but seriously, like, who cares? Like, just start posting. Family, friends, all that is gonna like change, but at the same time, like it won't change for a long time. When I say that, I mean it won't change. Like I've been doing content like for 2 years and it's not changed. You know, I started doing YouTube and all this, TikTok and all this in 2023, like more seriously. But in 2022, I was like working and I was like, you know, doing content and social media on the side. It was saying crickets from anybody that I knew. But once my like social media started blowing up and you could see now that there's 10K, 20K, but it took 2 years for that to happen. It didn't just happen overnight. It didn't just happen because, oh, I started posting on YouTube. Like, if you're really scared about people finding your YouTube or whatever because you just want to post, make a new Instagram. Delete your Instagram. If you have pictures and memories and stories and all this stuff that you have, okay, keep all those memories, you know, screenshot them, screen record. That's the beauty of today. You know, back in the day when I was a kid, like you couldn't just take a screenshot of someone's story or nothing. Like, well, yeah, you could take a screenshot, but you couldn't screen record. You couldn't screen record. So before screen recording came out, like you would just have to like download all that stuff. But now you have all that, and now you can just literally take all that you have, you know, screen record it, screenshot it, post it on your new story, on your new account, and just create this new person of yourself. Like literally, if that's all it is, that, oh, I just don't want, you know, so-and-so to see, I just don't want, block the hoe. Block the hoe. Like there's so many people, like if they find my YouTube or my TikTok, I wouldn't care. Because you find my YouTube and my TikTok, I'm getting paid. And that has to change. Like, because before I started doing this, I was scared. Like, I was like, I don't want people from my school to see my channel. I don't want people from my town to see my channel. But, like, once you literally are like, okay, I know this person's Instagram, I'm just going to block them. I don't give a fuck. Like, once I find your Instagram, once I find your, like, on social media somehow, some way, like, if you have a fake account or whatever, I will block that in a second. So that's what I'm saying, like, not even a second, in a millisecond, I'll block you. Like, you'll be blocked, and I don't care. And if that person is like, oh, I seen your channel, or I seen your page, or, like, you know, tries to leave a comment on my channel or my page, I just delete it. Like, thanks for the, you know, revenue that you gave me. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being there. And I know that sounds shallow, but again, we're only on this earth. Like, I don't know if you guys know this because you might be, like, young, but YOLO. You only live once. So, like, who gives a fuck? They watching your page? Like, okay, if it's watching your Instagram, that's a little bit more, like, personal. Like, why you watching my Instagram? Block the hoe. But if they're watching your YouTube, you should be like, I don't give a fuck. Like, ad revenue, AdSense, big money. Like, do not, and I'm so serious, do not let that bring you down when it comes to doing YouTube. when you clicked on this video, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm like 70% sure that an ad popped up when you clicked on this. So I'm 70% sure that an ad popped up when they clicked on this, and I got paid. So when it comes to that, don't let it affect you. And when I say like do it for money, I say do it for money, because that's what my motivation is in all of this. That's the only reason why you see me in front of this camera right now, is because I knew I could get paid. I started getting paid. I'm still doing it because I'm getting paid. I know there's people that are like, do it because you love it. Because once you start to do it and you're just doing it because you're getting paid, it becomes this like hard thing. No. I think about it like this. I'm doing it because I'm getting paid, and then on top of that, I have to post, because if not, I'm not gonna get paid. So it's kind of like that. And I think you should do it too. And I think you shouldn't like care. Like, people see your stuff, like, okay, if it's Instagram, block the hoe. And block him. Just block him. If it's Snapchat, like, honestly, you can make a lot of money on Snapchat. Like, don't even care if people add you on Snapchat. Like, for real. Just start posting on Snapchat. Like, it doesn't matter what it is, what you want to do. Just start posting. Just whatever it is. Like, YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, as long as you could get paid, just start getting paid. If you really don't like that person seeing your stuff, if you really don't want that person seeing your stuff, block them. Simple. Don't dread it too much. Like, that was something I wish someone would have told me, you know, when I first started this, because I was literally always like, oh, I don't want. But you want to know something? It didn't matter how many accounts I blocked. You know how Instagram has like this thing, block this person and any account they may create? No, it didn't matter how many accounts I blocked. Bro, there's this one girl I've been blocking, and I swear she has like 30-40 different accounts, because every time I find an account, I block it. Then I find a new account, and I'm like, how many accounts does this girl have? And you know what's crazy is that someone really close to me posted a picture of me, and then like all these people that I used to know that I like am no longer like cool with, or like not even cool with, but like that I no longer like want to associate with, just because it's like, it's just one of those things, like I just don't want to associate with you no more. Like, I'm sorry, like I'm now like, bro, I'm 20 years old. I'm not a teenager anymore. So when it was something when I was a teenager, it's like, oh, like I don't want them to see, I don't want them to see. And I guess what, they saw it when I was 19, and I was like, fuck, they stole my page, they stole my page. Now I'm 20. A bitch seen my page. Okay, I know people like people have made like posts and things about me, but I'm like, I don't give a fuck, because a bitch still on top like that. I don't know if you guys know that too. Like, it's sometimes, I'm not gonna lie to you, sometimes it does get you to the point where you're like, damn, like I don't like that, you know, these people see me. Sometimes it gets to the point where like I'm down, like truthfully, like I'm not gonna say like I'm always like clock that. No, like sometimes I'm down because I'm like, dude, like I don't want these people to see my page, you know. They're gonna see my page and it's gonna be like a whole bunch of weirdness. Like, sometimes I do get like scared that people are gonna find my account, but you know, people have like made posts about me, and like, you know, even like tried to like drag my name through different things. But honestly, I bet before this video, A, half of y'all have never clicked on my page. B, you're only here because you like to see how good I look. C, you're just watching this because you support me and you don't really care what I'm talking about, as long as, you know, you're supporting me. Like, that's what it is. And I feel like there's like that small amount of D that has seen like, oh yeah, I'm here to support you, I've seen the drama, I've been a part of it all. But at the same time, like, you're still watching me, so clearly it's not a bad thing. Nah, but there's been like people that like try to like post like, oh, what's it called, she lied about this or whatever. Like, bruh, who cares? It's social media. People cap all the time. You know, people say like all the time, they say something dumb online. Okay, who cares? You know, it's not for you to judge me. Like, come on. It is what it is. But yeah, people like find me and find my stuff. And like this year when I turned 20 in August, I was like, oh, like everything's gonna be good, everything's gonna be fine. But in August, like, just like so many like family members and people that from my past started coming up, and it just kind of became like this thing of like, okay, like I can't, like, in my mind before turning 20, I had this idea like I can say or do whatever I want, because at the end of the day, like, who cares? Like, I'm never gonna see y'all again, because I have like my family, and I haven't spoken to most of them since I was like 16, 18. Like, there's, you know, some of them I haven't spoken to them since I was 16, some of them I haven't spoken to since I was 18. And then like when I saw them all, I'm like, oh shit, what a small world. Like, motherfuckers exist. Because it's my world and I don't see people like that. So I just think like, at the end of the day, I love the jingle, I'm sorry, but at the end of the day, don't be scared to post. Like, don't be scared. Like, you're gonna see these people and like, it's just like, who cares? I only live once. Hating on me, doing all this stuff, like, it doesn't matter. Like, it literally doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, I'm still gonna make a YouTube video, I'm still gonna upload a TikTok, and I'm still gonna get paid. So if you're planning on starting a YouTube channel, like, because you want to get paid, do it because you want to get paid. Don't do it because I feel like if you are like someone that's like, oh, I really want to do a YouTube channel just because I've been wanting to do a YouTube channel, longevity wise, editing, all that stuff, you're probably going to take it more into like consideration. There's some people on YouTube, and like, especially when you watch like a video of someone saying like, you know, there's a lot of people that will tell you like, don't do content unless you absolutely want to. I say do it. Like, if you feel like, oh, I want to do it because I want to get paid, just do it. But keep in mind that digital footprint exists. So I don't really care about my digital footprint, because like, honestly, I've been posting for so long, and I've been posting like, there's so much shit you're gonna find about me. Like, there's so much shit, and it's like, I don't care. Life is too short to be like, everyone is like judging me. Do you hear this room? Wait. Do you hear that? Silence. Because everyone that's judging me is here. And you turn off the notifications. Let me show you. I don't have. Oh, here. Turn off the notification. Like, that's what you have to know. It doesn't exist. So if you want to post, post. If you get these hate comments, don't even read or see the hate comments. Don't even entertain the hate comments. Like, I don't know. I feel like a couple months ago, and even like a couple weeks ago, like, I was like, oh my gosh, like, the world is gonna end because people saw my Instagram. People saw my social media. People saw me. How dumb is that? Like, how dumb? Like, who cares? Like, but whatever you say, like, if you defend someone, it's gonna be taken negatively towards you. If you like tell someone they look good, it's gonna get taken negative to someone. If you tell someone like something, like, it's always gonna be taken negative. And that's just what happens when you post. So just stop being scared. Just post. Like, you know your intentions behind it. If your intention is to get paid, do it. Because if you're sitting there like, oh, well, I just want to do it to get paid, like, you like most likely end up never doing it. Because to be honest, I wanted to do it to get paid, but I always watch people that say like, oh, don't do it unless you want to do it, because if you want to get paid, it's going to be taking so long. It actually should have taken me only 3 months to get monetized, because that's how long it really should take someone to get monetized. If you have the YouTube Studio app, if you're posting, and like I said, if you're going to post, have 3 videos already lined up. I would say like, if you could get 3 videos a month before you're gonna post, just because once you start posting, and like, don't put like a Q&A or something like that, because I feel like don't put something personal. Make a vlog, and then you'll like find people. Like, for example, my first vlogs were me going to like this island that I had never been to, and I like recorded it, like recorded my experience, especially because I'm a solo traveler. So like, once I started doing that, like, people were like, oh, like DMing me like, what, how did you find this, where did you go, what's the name of the like golf cart place that you rented. So like, literally just post, even if it's in your city. I feel like for me, I had a hard time posting in my city, and I still do, and don't want to, because I feel like it's a lot stricter here, because like I'll have my phone in the gym or like something like that, and you know, they'll like be like, I don't want to come out in your live stream, and I'll be like, oh, like don't worry, like this is a like just my Instagram, like it's a private Instagram. And they're like, I don't care, like I don't want to see it, and so I'm like, okay, whatever. Or like, you can't go to a restaurant and record because people are like, the waitress will come up to you like, I'm sorry, like people around here. But it's so dumb because you come out on surveillance cameras. You know how much footage there is of you from public footage because of surveillance cameras, but when I do a freaking recording, like, it's so annoying. Anyway, it's so annoying. But, and you don't even know what the restaurants are doing. The restaurant could be, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they have like surveillance camera, they could be selling that on the black market. I saw this movie, or it was a show, where like these people had like a surveillance camera like in the behind the mirror and like in the dressing rooms, and like they sold it to the black market. And I'm like, come on, like you never know how much footage is out there of you. So when you see someone recording, if you don't want to be in the recording, walk around, walk behind. Like, and then I was like, oh well, some people are in the middle. Like, don't be ignorant and like record people, be like recording all these people. Just like, this is the wall, I'm recording just me on the wall. It's very evident that it's just me in the camera. So yeah, just do that, and don't be scared. Like, literally don't be scared. And do it for the money if you want to do it for the money. And whatever your reason behind doing a YouTube is, do it. Like, don't let things procrastinate, but have like 3 videos before you're gonna upload, because once you have those 3 videos, you have like a roll of people watching you. Like, it gets so like quick. Like, it goes from like, you know, you could post a video and it gets 80 views, but then if you post another one, but like the thing about having just 3 videos, like I'm telling you right now, like have like just 3 minimum. But it's because I don't want to sound like contradicting to what I'm trying to say, but it's because like when you're first posting on YouTube, if you don't post at least 3 times a week for the first 4 weeks, have like 12 videos, even if it's like 5-minute long videos. That's all. I'm trying to think of what else, like what other plans. Like, it should take you 3 months, but if it takes you a year, don't get discouraged. Like, this is a small business. You might not see growth in your small business for like a year. And I'm gonna tell you something. Even though I was posting so many videos, you know what video, and like I was saying about like who cares what people say, because the only video that got so much traction, when I say traction, I mean like, this is my only video on my YouTube channel that probably has like, I think it has like 500,000 views or something, I don't know. It's a racist video. It's a racist video because I know that sounds fucked up, but like what I mean by that is because I posted that I got robbed in Mexico, and every like person of color that you could think of, white, Asian, whatever, is in that comment saying something racist about Mexico. So like at the end of the day, you have to not care what people think, because I'm Mexican, and if I seen that, I would have been like, oh my gosh, why do so many people hate me? Who gives a fuck? Just post. And that's all I would want to know if I was starting a YouTube channel. YouTube studios, posting 10-minute long videos, not giving a fuck about what people have to say, having like at least 3 videos to post before I start posting. If there's anything else you would like to know, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you want to see or what you need to know.